Nazis, Antarctica, and the plan to take over the world.
A cryptic announcement during World War II by then German Navy Grand Admiral Karl Donitz, who in 1943 stated, and I quote, "The German submarine fleet is proud of having built for the Führer in another part of the world a Shangri-La, an impregnable fortress," end quote. While it is widely accepted that the Nazis were totally defeated with the German government's formal surrender in 1945, then Secretary of Defense James Forrestal sent a naval task force called Operation HIGHJUMP to Antarctica in 1946 after the war ended, including Admiral Nimitz, Admiral Cruzen, and Admiral Byrd, commanding over 4,700 military troops from the US, Britain, and Australia, consisting of 3 naval battle groups, supposedly conducting a science expedition. The US military and intelligence were apparently invading Antarctica in an effort to locate and destroy the immense underground facility nicknamed Base 211, allegedly constructed by the Germans before, during, and immediately after the Second World War. The possibility that the Earth contains massive subterranean caverns, or is at least partially hollow, and that ancient or modern breakaway civilizations flourish within them, has renewed people's interest in this subject, which still is considered by the media to be taboo, or fake news. But is it fake, or is history about to be rewritten?
How advanced do you believe at this point in time that German technology is? And if you can, comment about the location down in Antarctica and about some of the facilities there.
I want to make one clarification here. Germany, in its European location, is one thing, but the German colony on the South Pole, my point of line of research has been that all behind the smoke screen of the Cold War, for all these years, the Americans and Russians and the Germans in the South Polar colony have been the best of buddies in the very secretive research of the, let's say, the alternative 3 scenario, Moon and Mars survival and evacuation colonies, or the Star Trek scenario. It's my feeling that nuclear-powered anti-gravity craft has been built for 20, maybe 30 years by the superpowers and used in outer space, interstellar exploration. Basically what we see on Star Trek. It's a reality for a limited number. So, I mean, how advanced is the German technology on the South Pole? To come back to your original question, saucers, they were very well guarded, and the Germans were preparing a retreat to the South Pole, especially after 42, when the guys with the brains in Berlin realized that they would lose the war. Anybody who knew the real industrial might of England, Russia, and United States combined realized that, I mean, what proved at the end of the war that there were 500,000 Allied planes against 100,000 German planes produced. For every German plane in the air, there were 5 Allied planes. I mean, figures that are not very often discussed in the press. So knowing this, as early as probably 42, 43, the Germans started making tremendous effort to move hundreds of thousands of people to the South Polar colony and to keep the saucer's existence as secretive as possible. Anti-gravity is really obtained by simple spinning of any object along a vertical axis. Simple spinning of a used airplane gyroscope would reduce its weight.
November 28, 2022, the Pentagon admits it can't